Thank you, Laura. I've had my eyes open to a variety of options today, and I hope it has for you too. It's worked that way for you too. We'll now be taking a very short break, actually, not that short, 15 minutes for tea, so that you can refresh yourself and fortify yourself for the questions to come. Of course, save space for Charita's chocolates if you've got any good questions waiting. But the tea, I believe, will be brought to you as before. And while you're doing that, take a moment to fill out the questionnaire that's in your pack. You'll get the opportunity to be part of a raffle draw, so you get to win something. I'm not sure what. I don't think it's more chocolates, though. Just fill it out and hand it over to the volunteers, please, while you're enjoying your tea. Learning opportunities and creative ideas, both very good things from the UK, and building lasting relationships, also a good thing. They concentrate here on promoting English as a tool for international communication and as a key to educational opportunities. And it also provides UK networking opportunities for Sri Lankan professionals, as well as the exchange of ideas and experience. And our speakers in the morning panel did tell you that's a very important thing, to get ideas from people who've been there before. But I will not take your time up further. I'll invite Mr. Rivansa to do the honors and tell you more.
Good evening. How are you? I believe it has been a long day. When did you start? 8:30, 9? And after that, yeah, we are done. My name is Niroshi Sirivansa. I work for British Council Sri Lanka office. My work involves working with UK higher education institutes and also working with private and public, local private and public Sri Lankan higher education institutes. It's interesting work, different dimensions. I thought I will make it very colorful because it's a Sunday evening. I will cover study options available, briefly study options available for you in the UK and also in Sri Lanka as UK qualifications, and also a bit of an overview on what British Council does and how you can get help from us. Yeah, that's about it. These are the actual, thanks to Charita, I know most of you have already completed your A-levels. Do we have any students who have done the UK curriculum? Oh, we have few. The others have completed the Sri Lankan curriculum. Okay, so if you have done your O-levels, there are three actually routes that you can take: academic, vocational and professional. Academic is very straightforward. After O-levels you do your A-levels, and then if your results are as good as mine, you just enter the university for your first degree. Now I'm very much in the level of Charita and others. But if your results are not up to the entry requirements of the universities, you necessarily don't have to forget about a university first degree. You can actually do something called Access and Bridging course as per the UK curriculum, which access courses are also very much familiar to you as foundation programs, which you see in all Sunday newspapers. Observer, Times, full of these foundation programs, which is very equivalent to your A-levels. It will actually bridge the gap with the A-level qualification and also the entry requirements to a university. You do a bridging course and then you enter the first degree. The vocational and the professional route is very much similar. You do the H&D route. You do the certificate and the foundation programs, and you actually, after the advanced level, that you enter the universities. If you are looking at doing a UK qualification in Sri Lanka, I just realized I can't actually see the screen. If you are doing a UK qualification in Sri Lanka, there are so much opportunities for you without actually going to UK. There are over 46 private education providers who provide across 27 UK higher education institutes, and they offer actually wide range of qualifications, wide range of subjects. Mainly these are known as franchise programs, and it comes in different entry routes, and which we commonly call it as top-up degrees or advanced entry routes. You can either do all 3 years in Sri Lanka, or you can just do all 3 years in the UK, or you can do 2 years in Sri Lanka and 1 year in the UK, which is a very cheaper option financially. Subjects, there are a wide range of subjects available. There are 2 tricky questions after A-levels. How do you select a course, and how do you select a university? How do you select a course? As per the Sri Lankan context, what we do is after O-levels and A-levels, we go and do all the qualifications available under the sun. We do computing, English, marketing, everything, just to suit our parents' needs, neighbors, friends, cousins, everything. I know a SWOT analysis doesn't look right over there, but you need to actually figure out what your strengths are, weaknesses are, and opportunities you do have as per your qualifications and threats. Just do this on a piece of paper. It will do wonders. At least you will know where you stand. And then, if you already know if you already know that what sort of a career, what sort of a job that you want to do, then the subject that you have already chosen, will it actually help you? So you need to ask these questions from yourself. And then, most importantly, after you actually complete the program and go for interviews, will it be actually recognized by the companies, by employers? And if you are looking at higher education after that, will it be recognized? Because after that, after completing the program, you have already wasted time and money. So you need to actually know these answers. And then the teaching methods, whether it suits you or whether not. And then if you are looking at UK, if you go to the QAA, that is the Quality Assurance and Accreditation Council UK. Sorry, we do have a QAAC in Sri Lanka. QAA stands for Quality Assurance and Accreditation UK. And then we have RAE, who do research assessment exercises. These 2 organizations, they actually do quality check on all the UK departments of all the UK universities. They have their annual reports on quality, so you can actually go to their websites and check on the UK university reports and how they have done. And then about the teaching methods, how your degree program will be assessed, you actually need to know these answers. The institutes, if you look at the Sunday newspapers, how many institutes can you find? 50? 100? How do you actually know whether they are recognized? Even for us, some of the UK qualification providers, we have never heard of them. So how do you find out? The easiest way is pick up the line and call the British Council, but there are more things that you can do without calling the British Council. You can actually, if it's the UK, if you go to the UKBA website, there is a sponsors license register. You can actually check if they are really highly trusted partners or not. If it's about Sri Lanka, the private higher education institutes in Sri Lanka, if you go to the University Grants website, University Grants Commission website, they do have a list of other qualification providers. Under other qualification providers, they have listed the local private higher education institutes. So from those 2 websites, you can actually check on the accreditation. And then student support, whether it's UK or whether it's in Sri Lanka, you actually need to figure out what sort of a student support is available for you. Maybe on financial things, accommodation, tutoring, other things, you need to find these things out. And then if it's UK, you need to know where it is. And how many countries does UK have? I don't have chocolates like Charita, but I didn't bring anything. Does anyone know how many countries UK have? Northern Ireland, yes. So you need to know which university you are going and where that university is before you actually go. And also, when you talk about the UK higher education institutes, they say, oh, we are on campus, we are on campus, so you need to know the difference. Because if they are not on campus university, that means a bit of travel is involved, the affiliated colleges accommodation are not in the same place, so you need to think about those. And then accommodation and about the cities in the UK, whether you can actually afford those cities. These are the general entry requirements that we have actually listed for a UK qualification in the UK and to follow a UK qualification in Sri Lanka. You need to have minimum 3 A-level passes, and also you have to have your O-levels, 4 to 5 credit passes, including English and mathematics. If you have done your A-levels before 2002, then it's an A pass. If not, it's a D, distinction. And then, yes, you need to have your English proficiency exam results, which is IELTS. Usually the band score starts from 6 and above, but it actually depends on the institute that you are going to go study in. And then if you have done any other qualification other than a UK qualification, if you actually go to the UCAS website, you can there is something called Tariff Grade Equivalent, where they will give you a comparison for that non-UK qualification. How do you apply for a UK university if you are looking at UK? Does anyone know what UCAS stands for? Has any one of you been to the UCAS website? If you are applying for, the UK universities, they do have a couple of intakes. The main intake is September. If you are looking at the September intake, there is an application managerial system called UCAS, University and College Admission System. You only have to lodge one application for one academic year and list 5 universities, 5 higher education institutes, and then they will just send across your application to that 5 institutes. Usually they open their applications an year ahead. Now for 2014 September intake, they usually open their applications in September 2013. A very direct system, very easy. All you have to do is just complete about what you're going to do there and the subject areas, universities, and the personal statement. If you're looking at the January-February intake, you need to apply to the universities directly because there is no UCAS system for that. But the other option is that you do find UK universities coming down to Sri Lanka to do student recruitments directly. So if they come and interview you and give you an offer, then you don't have to go through this system. We do have Education UK unit at the British Council to guide you through the whole process. We do provide student advice. It is free of charge. All you have to do is make an appointment and come see us. We will help you through the process. And we do have university recruitment visits that the universities do at the British Council, and also they do with their local agents as well. So you can actually make an appointment and go see them and see where you stand and what sort of qualifications you actually need to get into a university. And then we do provide free subject seminars at the British Council, mainly for subjects like medicine, engineering, etc. So you can join. All these details will be on our websites. And also we do run an Education UK exhibition every year. Usually it comes in February. So we do have about 50 to 60 universities who attend the Education UK exhibition every year. So as one of the speakers said, don't just earmark a couple of universities and just come and talk to them. If you are looking at UK or their collaborations in Sri Lanka, just come and talk to at least 10 or 15 of them so you can get a sort of general idea what's on offer and where you stand. We do have something called a school visit, where again about 20 UK institutes who come down in September and October, and we do mini Education UK exhibitions there, so you can actually meet them in September, October as well. IELTS, if you are planning to do IELTS, British Council does provide the exam and also the course. This is actually listed by my examinations team, so I will read it out for you. If you register for the IELTS exam at the British Council, you automatically get a free library membership until your exam's date, and you can use all the materials free of charge. And we do have free seminars that provide tips for the exam, and also free IELTS practice test books and things like that. And you can also do a practice speaking and writing test, and an examiner will actually mark the examination for you, and then we'll provide you feedback about your performance. We do have a library. Has any one of you been to the British Council library? Yes, no? Oh my God, we have like 60 people here and only one person has been to the British Council Library. 3, 4, okay, all right, I'm happy. The British Council Sri Lanka Library is one of the largest in South Asia, and the largest library the British Council network owns. British Council operates in 107 countries. We have over 50,000 latest books, and we do have resources for all UK qualifications, including IELTS, Edexcel, Cambridge, ESOL, ACCA, all those ones. And over 70,000 ebooks and journals, and then we do have membership categories from gold to diamond to all those areas. You can actually call and find out from them. I think I am running out of my time. I have listed some websites which will be useful for you. For UK university and higher education institutes, you can actually go to the educationuk.org/Sri Lanka website, and UCAS and the other useful websites are here. UK NARIC, I need to mention about UK NARIC. If you have, usually we get these inquiries from employers. If you have done a qualification that is not a UK qualification, usually NARIC does a comparison for you and on behalf of that, in case if your employer or the higher education institute requests you to do it. So if you have an inquiry like that, go to the NARIC website. And I have listed the visa website as well. I think that's about it from us. And I would like to thank SL2 College for organizing this and also for inviting us to be a part of this. Thank you.